Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No. Someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector, how naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Your sword can't still my heart. You in cold marble.
No!
Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, then I'll bring her to Cold's prison until her trial. My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
It'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
So that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while? I need time to think. How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed. Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Lady Emily, you're all right. Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye. I can't dally. These bastards are working with Ramsay and the Duke of Serkonos.
Emily, I know times are hard. You're the ruler of 4 nations. I won't pretend to understand the pressure you're under. Only you, and your mother before you, could know what that's like. Whoever's killing off your enemies is doing so for calculated effect. Undermining us. I do know what it's like to be blamed for murders you didn't commit. But trust me, we'll find this crown killer, and they'll pay. Tomorrow is the anniversary of her death. A sad day for sure. But I want you to remember all that's happened over the last 15 years. You've held on to the throne. You've done what you thought was right for the people of the Empire. You drained the flooded district, kept the gangs in check. And yesterday we launched a magnificent ship bearing Jessamine's name. You're becoming the sovereign your mother wanted you to be, and I'm proud of you. Wouldn't give for a bottle of pear soda. Two more months, she says. Then she'll leave him. I can wait. Oh, something stinks around here. It's not my job to clean it up. Something's gotta give.
Traitors.
Throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the king and queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
So he says, keep a word, and I says, I have a word. A bit of a word. And he says, oh yeah, this time, I really mean it.
Goodbye. This won't leave my hand again. Anton Sokolov made this lock. I've spent so many... This could be handy. The Crown Killer must be connected to all this, with the Duke and Delilah. I have a feeling I'll need these. The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. I'd better take these. Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. What would my old governess say? Callista would probably tell me to sit up straight and to marry Wyman. She'd ask me when the War of the Four Crowns ended. 1625. Gotta get out of Dunwall. I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship. What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become? You're not fit for the watch uniform. The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. We've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. That's Emily Coldwin! You're done!
Hey, Lewis! You are
I'll
going
tear
in.
you to pieces! You ready?
What are you waiting for?
She won't go far!
You're surrounded.
She's wounded! She can't finish her!
Oh, I'm out of practice. Whew.
Listen up. I have bad
The
news.
city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. You've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Today, on this sad anniversary, we mourn the tragic slaying of our beloved Empress Jessamine.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Coldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of...
Who is... She can't escape.
The Empress! You know what to do!
The road is blocked.
Hello?
Wait.
Anybody?
I'll have a look. What the?
Don't maybe
Stop.
search the whole place. I don't
You
have
aren't
time for
going
that.
anywhere.
You're surrounded!
Who's running around?
Someone's asking for trouble over there. Think you're clever, huh?
What am I going to do? Something's going on at Dunwall Tower all across. Lady, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Circonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yes, I'm ready. Am I still aboard Megan's ship? Feels odd. What is this place? Where am I? I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. What is that? It feels familiar.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, The city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Must be cursed. That is known. The Duke's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howler will be You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov. Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more. Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the bloodflies are bad this year.
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers. The Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
What ship is that out there? You know the skipper?
The Dreadful Whale. No, it's not on the registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from Morley.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband they're no doubt waiting on.
Good thought.
That's Adamire in the distance. All right then. Maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind.
You still eat meat? All the blood flies and all. I'm not sure it's safe.
Of course I am.
Trust. It's my butcher, but how can he be sure there aren't any those filthy grubs in my steak?
I just boil everything. Simple as that. Tastes like shoe leather, but it's better than eating blood pile of it. Am I right?
Outside us cooking cock.
You up for a beer later?
You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Give him a chance to tell us.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassinations conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, and carried out by the former Royal Protector, Corvo Attano. The Grand Serkonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance
Hey,
is mandatory.
come here. I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
Come in. If you've found this place, I'll trade with you. You won't regret it. I'll take that deal. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead.
It's infested, all right. Move slowly, stay away from the nests, and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
No. More likely we all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Damn it. All right. Don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin. And another way to get past the wall of light. Tonight, I'm gonna trade
What's
you
all the
some wages
fuss?
for a bottle
Or
of
whatever it
whiskey.
is, I got more important things to worry about. Stink, do I? At least I have a job.
I have the following. This year's blood drive concern is the most in recent memory. If you encounter a death or an infected corpse, do not disturb it. Any attempts to practice the funeral rites absolutely everywhere will be punished. Contact the Grand Circle Guard at once. The guardsmen on site will handle the situation and determine whether any fines are appropriate. Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement.
You bet.
As a response to violent crime and foreign interference in our affairs, travel between districts is restricted to those carrying the appropriate permits, including citizens moving between home and work. Any attempts to hinder the Grand Guard in their enforcement...
If only I had a boat of my own. That's the life. Your face is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
Should be addressed to the nearest guardsman.
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? No. This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it.
Yeah, you couldn't stop him.
Hey, is the windmill turning all right up there? No problems?
Don't worry, it's turning. Plenty of electricity.
Good. I like this setup better than using the well oil tanks. The wind won't run dry.
Listen.
Huh? Where did you disappear to?
That's new.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This
to...
area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
Oh.
Are we not brothers? That is what I should
He's
have
made
said.
a dog's breakfast
Now
out
I
of
feel
the whole
remorse.
thing.
It
And
will
who's got to
bother me
clean it
all
up?
the night. Hey!
Come at me. The strictures guide my hand.
I don't feel safe. What is wrong with this city?
For the Abbey!
Karnaca was a lovely city once. Before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here. And I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge. Or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
If you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done with it. No use making trouble.
Sometimes I remember the the breeze on my skin.
But a succession of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime, shielding you from the outer horrors of the void and from the spoiled touch of the outsider himself. Hold closest to the 7 strictures. If it is true that a witch now sits on the throne in Dunwall, and that the Duke of Turkinus is
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
Hey, you! Come here! Die, creature of the brothers! You
aren't going anywhere!
No!
I deserve that. That was awesome.
Better to craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural. A stream of untruth. The echoes of lies come back as the voice of the outsider.
Karnaca has but one chance to save itself, and that is to return to the fold. Fight strictures! What?
They will rise up among
Intruder!
blasphemer!
You want to...
I'll feed you to the hounds.
Surrender and die!
It was testing something out there.
Craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish.
We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous action, so the others will
Keep
not
trying.
lose their way.
Vice Overseer Liam Byrne.
Lay out a meal that would cause you no shame.
Am I
should
being
your neighbor
presumptuous?
come
Hoping to cross paths with that monstrous assassin?
Karnaga is in great peril, brothers and sisters. Not news to those who resist these times of crisis, but the source of your suffering might not be plain to you. Karnaga has turned away from the abbey of the Everyman. With all the with your family, if the abbey is to it, anarchy will be brought in. Once again in the litany on the White Cliff. The Abbey will not allow the shadows of the void to fall upon you. We will brandish the light or the flame as we must to keep our charges from everlasting pain and suffering, to prevent even one among us from wandering through that endless night, a time without end.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kindana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Huh?
What do you think? Can't escape! You are so dead! He's waiting!
Let's end him!
Oh man, this game's harder. I'm actually kind of glad about that. The first game was a little too easy.
Better to craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques of...
Come and face your judgment, apostate! I'll perform rites over your corpse, blasphemer! She's bleeding!
Surrender and die!
Finish her!
Oh man. I think I'm gonna wrap this up for right now. I am kind of tired.
Craft the music boxes at each enclave, here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
I can only hope the outsider.
Far worse to have the knowledge it can scattered across the aisles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy. Someone there?
Who's there?
What?
Vice Overseer
Keep trying!
Let's see what... No! On tradition and on the seven strictures themselves. A wanderer is a friend to the outsider.
Still no word from our sisters.
Allow the shadows
Very
of the
strange
void
indeed.
to fall
I must draw strength from my brothers. For are we not as one?
or the flame as we must to keep our charges from everlasting pain and suffering, to prevent even one among us from wandering through that endless night, time without end.
Some take comfort from the strictures.
Only those who turn from the seven strictures written in
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else. Maybe Overseer Kendana. Huh?
Yes, no! Ah!
That's Mindy Blanchard.
Dealing with.
I'm about half sure there was something
Never
going
mind.
on. Next time.
Is someone there?
I wonder who that was.
You're not supposed to be here. End of the road for you! erected altar of candles burned low. Some small trinkets of bone. And a few coins left by those within the Outsiders' wicked cabal. Those cursed figures who hunch and shamble outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, and whose voices are strange to us. The door was taken from their hands. Of all those who lived around her, all of you. Hard they'll survive.
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
A tale most often shared from overseas. Apart from those who give our lives to both chastise and protect. Sometimes this tale is told within our mightiest army.
More Grand Guard soldiers. Best to avoid.
By such gilded nothings.
Huh? What?
What's going on here?
Hey, you got it. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
I won't ask you why you needed that. So how do I get to Addermire?
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Addermire.
Better than nothing. Thanks for your help.
There you are!
No, I'm sure.
But the source of your suffering might not be plain to you. Karnaca has turned away from the Abbey of the Everyman.
A stream of untruth.
Those
The
leading
echoes of
this
lies
city would
come
gamble
back
with
as the
all
voice
that
of
we
the
have built,
outsider.
with your very families. If the Abbey is pushed away, anarchy will befall this city. A chaos not seen since the time of the Great Burning. Karnaca has but one chance to save itself, and that is to return to the fold. To take solace once again in the litany on the White Cliff. Let not the wanderer into your home, friends. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots into the bedrock of the community has passed. Those who wander are untethered by family and neighbors for reasons tested and true. It is oft because they have turned their backs on tradition and on the seven strictures themselves. A wanderer is a friend to the outsider. Never doubt that. Revenge! I know an agent of the outside.
No way! What was that?
What? Somebody's down. Oh well. Hey, you! This area's off limits. I'll perform rites over you. Step back! How to execute the blasphemer! For the Abbey! I have her in sight! I'll cure the world from the likes of you.
Someone protect me! Murder! Call the
Where is she,
Grand
damn it?
Guard! Help!
Somebody's down!
Hey, boss! Who are you? Stop!
Come out alive! You aren't going anywhere!
You ready?
He's bleeding! Finish her!
Fuck.
Take a deep breath.
You should...
Hey! Look me in the eye! Time to die.